I'm not gone. I should have another account within a few days. I'm in talks with Spreaker and iHeartRadio, who still has my shows on iHeartRadio, except for one because they're reformatting everything. And I have such exciting news. One's about a show on Big Brother through iHeartRadio, and maybe some of you do not know, but I'm a big fan of Big Brother. So I'm very happy about that. I am a big fan of Big Brother. Now, some of you may want to make some cracks about what I used to weigh 2 years ago. And that's okay, because I'm finally comfortable in my skin, even when I was that heavy. Some videos that were leaked, and I can't wait to tell everybody the rest of the story. It might be explosive, it might not. Some things have yet to happen, so... And I've just now got more in touch with them. I've had some medical issues, and I know that's a boring topic, but, you know, I may very, very well wait till the middle of July to do some things, because I still have to have that surgery, so, which is very important. But it's summer, and I'm loving it. Loving a lot of time on my hands. I've been doing a lot of writing, some preparation. Once my sleep schedule got back to normal, I was sleeping up to 16 hours due to reaction from medication that I received in a hospital. I'm talking with the Canary Party to do a show with them. This has been a really good time for creativity for me, a recharging, if you will. So I'll probably do that show on Big Brother on Mixlr for now, and then just upload those sessions to an iHeartRadio show. And I'm very honored with iHeartRadio, some of the things they've done to protect me. I just really appreciate iHeartRadio at this point. And the Old Truth Talks radio format I'm going to change and do an interview format, which I'm looking forward to. I won't be able to address my chat room as much, but perhaps you'll appreciate this content better. So I think on Spreaker, we need to abandon some approaches that were not healthy for the Spreaker platform, and we need to be more responsible when it comes to those things. So I can't wait to tell you everything. I mean, it's just exciting. I'm in a really good place. I still struggle from time to time because of some undue influences, and I'm not bashing those people. I'm glad that part is over, and I appreciate the peace that they have finally given me. But, you know, I may do something like this when someone gets out of line. If I should open the chat room, I may be to the point where I'm not even going to entertain the chatters. I'm just going to focus on the show and allow a few people to call in. So that'll be a good thing, that we'll have a call-in feature. And when you get out of line, yeah, something like that, you know. And I don't know. Just don't believe the liars. Yeah, just don't believe the liars. You know, as you get to know people, they show you who they truly are. When they do, please believe what you hear and see when they show you who they really are. You know, I can truthfully say, with all confidence, that I mean no harm to other people. Now, there's one or two that I'm not going to be sad if something happens to them, if they have an early death. Untimely or so, but yeah, I don't wish that on you, and I guess I don't think I would even be happy if that should happen to certain people, because what a waste of life. Life is too precious to waste. You know, I've lost 2 uncles this year, and my sister-in-law, and 4th of July was a big deal for us, so we're getting most of the family together that would normally get together for that event, and I may be getting married soon. Just a lot of good changes. Possible. We looked at houses, so we'll see. We'll see. I am very happy about that, though. And I don't know, things change so quickly. And maybe you have to wait a little while for things to work themselves out. It's not a Duck Dynasty world where you could just take a gun and solve your problems and shake an angry Bible at someone. And Dexter, if you're listening, please give me a call. I need to talk with you. I have a few people I need to talk with and just touch base. And I have an idea for Spreaker. I don't know if it'll work yet, but there's about 5 hosts I want to talk to approach them about this idea. It's creative, it's innovative, and I think it'll get you more involved with a program, more than just a chat room. So if anybody is a web designer, I would love to talk to you. I'm looking at things through a fresh perspective and focusing on content more so than I have before. Because before it was kind of a joke, with everybody attacking each other. There's very little that I felt I could do on Spreaker. If I just stick with my mode that I call extinction, which is a common psychiatric term for ignoring a negative behavior until it disappears, it really does work. And I think if we work in a collective and do that together to ignore the negative behavior until it disappears. Because if there's not a reaction, what really do they have? It's like on the phone. I used to talk to someone that was silent when they were upset with me on the phone, like there would just be dead silence. And I would talk to them, and I learned to say this. I would say the person's name. Are you there? Pause, pause, pause. And then again, I would say the person's name. If I do not hear you speak, I'm going to hang up the phone. And I would count to 3 or 5, and then I would hang up the phone. Well, in further conversations with the said person, they no longer were silent because they knew that I would hang up. So, that's a perfect example of extinction. You ignore the negative behavior until it disappears. So, and some things can disappear. They can disappear off of iHeartRadio. They can disappear off of Spreaker. And if you don't want it in your life, do not respond to the negative behavior. So, and I don't think all trolls are bad, or, maybe they're a little bit snarky, a little bit prankish. But, they did say some things to me, and I can do things differently. I have control of that. So I want to give some respect to them for that. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. You can learn something from it and be a better person. So I have something I got to do at midnight. Cinderella, But I just wanted to touch base with a few of you and talk a little bit. And hopefully we'll be switched to the other account soon. And I don't think I can recover all my shows that I used to have on. But at this point in time, I think a fresh start is the best thing. And that's for all of us. We can be positive. We can talk about world events, about autism, about Big Brother. And what really does Big Brother mean? What does that imply? What about the dynamics? What really is leverage? These are some things I want to talk about. And I may possibly have a show with Bill Wagner. And he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. And I'll still stand up for him. I still will. I trust him. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you listening. I really got to go. So, I guess I didn't have to worry about the chat room anyway. I don't think anybody knows I'm on right now, which is cool. I think we need to learn to applaud ourselves and not depend on the approval of others for which avenue we're going to go down. To be authentic. Yeah. To be really, truly authentic. What does that mean to you? That's my homework for you. What does being authentic mean for you? And is that something you want to do? Now I'm going to talk to the other host on Spreaker. I probably should have just done something on Audacity and loaded it up. And, I want to talk about approaching things differently. We have a good thing going on, except for all the negative attacks. I think this interrelationship, the interrelationship, not intra, might be a good benefit to us. Standing together, we can do so much. But standing separately, we're alone and sometimes defeated. So I want you to know that Angela is back. I have returned. I am not defeated. I'm encouraged. I must say that I am encouraged. And I want to thank every listener that has listened to me before in the past or responded, be it a chat room or email. And I want to focus on Autism Talks Radio, Big Brother, and a political show with Bill. I'm very excited about that. And, we haven't formatted it, but a lot of good things in the works. And I've been writing up a storm, I might add. Thank you for all this time. It's been very beneficial, and I look forward to it. I've been talking to some former ambassadors from the United Nations and a teenage ambassador. They have teenage ambassadors at the UN, so I've been talking to a few of them that are the current ambassadors now, and been busy doing that. I'm very excited, and of course my vaccine work to keep vaccines safe. I'm energized, I'm renewed, and I've learned a lot through this experience. And now some of you may wonder what experience I'm talking about. And I'll allude to that later. I really don't want to bring it up and hash it. And I don't want to live in the pain of yesterday. I want to live in the now, in the hope of tomorrow, with planning from today. So I'm going to invite certain people to my Skype so we can have a group conversation of response posts that are on Spreaker, and map out some things that we want to accomplish. Like, remember when a number of us were on the Jay Sands network? We had a show. Of course, Jay Sands had a show, I should say. And some of us were fortunate enough to be on it. And we talked about what's something positive that we can do for Spreaker. Jay was talking about it because there was so much negativity. And so today I say, what is something positive that we can do on this platform that will unite people, just like Jay was talking about? And I had mentioned a fundraiser, and I had then mentioned, people were like, well, who do we raise money for? And because of Ernie Sands, can you believe I said that? Because of Ernie and all his work in the forces, I thought Wounded Warrior would be a great project. And, maybe not a fundraiser, but maybe an awareness where people would talk about certain topics. Maybe one host will take XYZ to bring awareness for that, and we can support each other, whatever those passions are. So I'll be contacting some of the Spreaker hosts, and I am talking to iHeartRadio. I had sent out an email, I believe it was 2 days ago, and they are reformatting. And if you guys have an idea, send it to them. They are listening. They are listening. And I'm proud to have my Autism Talks Radio still on iHeartRadio. I had submitted a number of shows to be uploaded to it, but for some reason, for a while, because of fire, forward to starting a new discussion, a new conversation for a better tomorrow. I hope that you will join me in this endeavor, and let's let bygones be bygones, and let's move on. And no one's forcing me to say any of that. I want you to know. I know there were some apology shows that I had put up 2 of them actually. I was forced to do that. That was under duress. But for some people, I really did mean it. And there are some aspects of the people that caused me harm that I do adore. It's hate the sin, love the sinner. Lucky sinner. So, it's hardcore all the way. Let the thinking begin, the planning, and all the positive changes. Let it start with us. Let it start with me and you, the listener. Thank you. And as always, on Truth Talks Radio Network, every voice has value. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.